What is your backup for when technology fails you? That is our topic today. With all the recent events that's been going on, we had Microsoft outage, we had Verizon outage, we most recently had TikTok outage. It seems, I think there was even an Amazon AWS outage, a year ago? Anyway, all the outages, including, you hear about them, power outages or technology outages, they're becoming what seems more common. With all the technology, all the backups, redundancy, replication, we're still having them. So that's interesting. And it made me start thinking, what kind of backups should we have for our technology effort, situations? You've fallen a little bit. Sorry about that. You're also vibrating, it seems like. Okay, so maybe not so much now. Anyway, so what do you do for a backup? So like your Verizon backup, well, that could be Starlink, right? So you got internet. So our power backup, if we're not having power, would be a generator, which we currently do not have with our rig. What if you're in the middle of nowhere with nothing, no signal, no nothing? Well, I guess Starlink. And what if Starlink is not functioning properly? Should we be carrying an atlas, paper atlas, or should we be carrying a physical compass? I know some of you are preppers out there. So what do you do? What do you have as backups to your technology? Do you have hand-powered flashlights and radios? Do you have GPS handhelds, as backups? What do you do? Now, we have not boondocked. We would love to go boondock, but I think we're going to have a lot more backups so that we can go off the grid or go boondocking. But the technology news and the things that are happening has made me stop and ponder and go, well, are we even prepared? Yes, I know the likelihood of that happening is probably 1 in a million or whatever, or not as much. But it just seems like lately a lot of stuff's been going on, more than normal, and from big companies that I would assume have the redundancy that would supposedly prevent it from happening. So that makes you think a whole lot. What the heck? That it could go down like that in such a drastic way for such a long time. It wasn't like hey, 5 minutes and we got it back up, or 1 hour and got it back up. It was extensive. So that's a big deal. And if you count on technology to make a living, like say, for instance, you're working remote on the road, what do? I mean, say you're 100 miles from any town. Do you literally get in the car and drive to a coffee shop in that town and do your work? I mean, I guess in a pickle, you would have to, right? So all of that makes me really think, one, how prepared are we, and can we make it without our technology? Have we become so dependent that some of the pre-technology skills have been lost? Can you pull out a physical map and actually run a map? It's been a minute. I have to say, it's been a minute. navigation in the car and in the vehicles is a real crutch. What if that was gone? What if you need to get to this campground? You know that it's in whatever town. Get a physical map. Can you do that trip that way? You dang sure ain't gonna have the bridge heights, so you can't Google it. You would literally have to run a map, find the street on the map, and then map it backwards. And I don't know what you do about the bridges. Use caution. So that is kind of scary, right? And I sit and think, I'm of the age where we didn't have navigation. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have some of the things we have now. I embrace and love that we have those things now, but at least I've had experience of not having them. It doesn't mean I'm an expert, and it doesn't mean I'm not going to struggle. It just means, oh yeah, this is how we had to do it back then. This is how we had to do it. Oh yeah, I remember going on family trips and pulling out the big old atlas book and looking at the highways and deciding which way we're going. I remember, but we didn't have an RV and we didn't worry about bridges. So that could be a challenge. They say, I've seen some talk about it, but they say like, hey, you should have like a family once a month day where you kind of put technology away and map something out and go. And don't use your phones and have a discussion, maybe, and have game nights. And anyway, cook on it with a Dutch oven on the fire. Maybe when we're camping, we should do that, one day or something like that. I mean, do you guys do it? Do you practice like, hey, this is what would happen if the technology's gone? I guess that would be considered prepping, right? Do you prep in any kind of way like that of what happens if technology fails us? How are you going to communicate with each other, let alone your family? We don't have kids at home, but we definitely have to communicate with them. That still needs to happen. So what do we do, and what do you do, and do you plan things to kind of walk through those scenarios and talk about them? I'd be curious to know. I want to learn from you guys. Come on. This is me and you time. So if you like what you hear, please like the video, subscribe. I really want you to comment. Be nice. I really want you to comment. I really want to learn from all of you and continue these sessions together. So y'all have a great day. Thank you. Bye.